I want to talk about my whale experience. So this season 3 for me, I was looking for some good legendary DPS for my team because I feel I'm lacking a lot of damage on Vortex. So when I was checking the events for the summoning, I had this one, the Celestial Alternate Summons, and I could get these Ice Blasts that I've been trying to get for a long time. So this time I decided this is it. I'm gonna spend some money and try to get Sheena to increase my damage on Vortex. So I went here, I checked the chances that you can get. So if you don't summon her, you get 2 times, 4 times, 10 times, 20 times. And I thought, okay, I have like 30 dices. And maybe with luck, on the 10 times, I will get Sheena. And that was not what happened. So I've not recorded this, but I'm gonna tell you the full story. So I had 20 something dices at the moment, so I only had to buy some of the stuff there, some of the dragon crystal. So if you go here to the store, you guys can see I bought everything, and I'm gonna tell you how much I spent on this. And so dragon crystal, guys. So we have this one. As you guys can see, I bought everything. We have this one. Okay, this is so expensive. I was not planning to spend any money here. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna use this one. First one, you get the double for each one. So maybe I get the first one, these two first, and then maybe this one as well, if I really need it. And well, I had to buy much more than that. Because if you are not lucky, you're gonna spend a real money. So let's go back here. So first thing, you go to Celestial Summon. If you are planning to summon here, guys, you need to think how much dices you have. And if you are not lucky, you're gonna spend a lot of dices. Maybe your best chance will be 110, 115 to get the summon for sure. I don't think you're gonna need 140, so 140 it's 35 for each one. Okay, I don't think you're gonna need that much because when you get to 20 times, probably first 5 to 10 dices you'll get the one blessed hero. But I don't think this is worth it at all. But let's keep going. So I did the first 35 summons. I spent the first one, the $15. Then I spent the $30. So I did the first 35 summons and no Sheena. Then I did more 35 and I was like, okay, 4 times. Maybe I'll get her. And no Sheena again. At this moment, I already spent so 15, 20, 20, 50, 50, maybe 100. At this point, I think I spent like 100 to get a couple of dices. And you guys think this is worth it? I mean, this is not much. So 3,500 is 10 dices. It's nothing. I mean, you need 35 for one legendary for sure. So 7,000 will be 20 dices. So you need a lot. You need more than 10,000 Dragon Crystal to buy Wyrmrow and then to transfer to Wyrmrow and then buy 35 Elite Light dices, guys. So if you check here, let's see. So 35 dices is 12 something. So it will be 12,250 Dragon Crystal that you can transfer to Wyrmrow and then you buy some Elite dices. So again, back to this. I went here, I did this, all of these, and then I start spending some real money. So I had to buy the ones 100. I bought the first one 100. I bought all the lair, all the Dragon Crystal, and I still not get Sheena on these 10 times. And I was a bit frustrated, but at the moment I was like, no, I reached here, so I need to keep going. I mean, at this point, it's not worth it. This is the hero I need because the problem of this is you are locked with these legendaries. So if there's no one here that you really need, I mean, I will not mind to get this one, Celia. She's really good. But I didn't get her. I got some of, yeah, I got Air Reach, I already have. I got this guy, I already have him. And I got this one. So not bad. And I got Sheena, that's the one I really want. So I had to spend some more. I didn't stop there because I had to get Sheena. I already committed. I spent like almost 200. So I had to keep going. There was no way back. So I went to the treasure market and bought, guys, you can buy twice of these. I had to buy twice to get Sheena. And as you guys can see, I still have 2 dices, so I spent almost all of the dices to get Sheena. Basically, this is a big trap for your wallet. Because you come here, you think you're gonna get her for sure like 4-10 times, and you don't. If you are unlucky, you don't. If you don't, you are unlucky like me. So I summoned her on the 20 times, maybe on the first 5 or 10 dices, I summoned Sheena. But guys, let's do the math. How much I spent to get Sheena, guys? Let's do the math. So, guys, if you come here, Dragon Crystal, so it was, let's do it this easy. So 20, 50, 100, 200, and then I had to come here. So 200, 300, 400, guys. So 400 to get one character, and maybe other ones that you don't really need. I don't think it's worth it. I don't really think. So I had to do this test. I had to try it. There will come the way that there will come the day that I had to do it and feel what is like the experience to be a whale. I don't think I'm not even a whale this way, because to be a whale you need to have expiration on your heroes. If you don't have expiration, you're just a low spender or just a free to player, because you have the exactly same heroes as all the other players. Without the inspiration, I think that's it. So going back to this banner, I don't think this banner is worth it at all, unless you really need that hero and you are committed to it. If you are a low spender, this will not be worth it at all, unless you need like all of these heroes and you don't mind to get all of them, or you just want copies, then we'll be fine. I mean, for a while, this makes sense for a while, because if you really want this and to give some inspiration to Sheena, if you already have her, then will make sense. But guys, 400 for this one, and then just think about this, because after you spend all the Dragon Crystal, you're not getting the double, okay? So the first one you get 7,000 plus 7,000, the second one you get just 7,000 plus 10, and 7,000 just gives for 20 dices. 20 dices, that's nothing, it's not even legendary, guys. So 20 dices, this is it, 7,000 plus, okay, so it's almost like this, 23, still it's not a legendary, you need to spend like 100 something to buy a legendary, guys. So I don't think this was my experience. I don't think I'm gonna do it ever again. It was just a test, kind of test, expensive test, but this is for me and for you guys to know if you should do these summons, because after you're committing to this summon, guys, after you spend, so imagine I already had spent almost 200. I mean, if you are aiming to that hero that is selected for the blessing, you need to keep going until you get it. Otherwise, it's not worth it. I mean, if you are getting just random legendaries that you don't need, and you really need that one, and you spend like 200, then why did you start this, right? So guys, blessing is not for free-to players or low spenders. It's really if you want to spend some good money on this, because probably you're gonna need to spend some money on these, guys. So this was my experience on this summoning. Guys, comment below what is your experience with these summons, these celestial ones, because I don't think they are good for low spenders or free to players. I was lucky once that I did these summons and I got a legendary at the first 5, but that was just a random summon that I was really lucky. If you are not lucky and you really need to spend the 35 for each time, then you can spend a lot, because it's 105 dices until you get 20 times, and that is a lot that you need to spend if you don't have any dices. If you save your dices for this, the hero that you really want, then okay, go for it. But probably if you are saving dices, will be around the end of the season, and if you are finishing the season with some dices, probably want to save them for the next season to summon on the exclusive banner, and it makes more sense. So guys, I hope you like this video, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.